All right. Thank you, everyone, for being here today for our community outreach session to go over WisGo fare system, Connect One Bus Rapid Transit, and to talk a little bit about the Save the Bus campaign. And just a little bit about us. We'll do a little introduction. My name is Bill Tuhamda, and I am the Community Outreach and Internal Communications Coordinator here at Milwaukee County Transit System. I've been here for almost a year now, and I will go ahead and let my other colleagues introduce themselves as well.
Hi, everyone. I'm Tom Winter. I'm the director for the Service Development Department here at MCTS. We create the schedules and the driver assignments as well as the routes for MCTS. And I've been with the MCTS for a little over 30 years.
Hi, I'm Tom Bertrand. I've been a transit planner for about a year and a half with MCTS, doing route planning, data analysis, stuff like that. And I am just happy to be here to talk a little bit about what we've got going on.
And I'm Natalie Marshall, another transit planner here at MCTS. Been here a little over a month, so jumping right in and excited to work on all of the tasks that Tom just mentioned.
Awesome. So for today's agenda, we'll start off by talking a little bit about the WisGo fare collection system, just a quick overview, and then we'll go over some UMO app usage data. Next, we'll talk about the Connect One Bus Rapid Transit, talk a little bit about ridership feedback we've received and some upcoming changes. And then next, we'll talk about ways we are working to improve transit and collaborating efforts within the city of Milwaukee and Milwaukee County. Next, we will talk about the Save the Bus campaign. And lastly, if we do have any questions or comments at the end of the presentation, we will take them. So to jump right in to WisGo, just a quick overview, it is our brand new fare collection system for all MCTS riders. So the WisGo rollout happened in two different phases. The full UMO mobile app features rolled out in March, while the full WisGo system, including the WisGo cards, went live in April. So the M cards are going to retire on September 30th, 2023. So please mark that date on your calendar. Because after July 31st, you won't be able to load funds onto your M card, but you will be able to use it until September 30th. So that July 31st date is coming up pretty fast. So if you do have funds left over, we either recommend that you use it up and then switch over to the WisGo app or card. Or you can reach out to our customer service department and we can help you transfer your funds from your M card right directly into your brand new WisGo card or app. So some features I did want to go over with you guys is the pay-as-you-go system with stored value. So we are no longer requiring riders to purchase daily, weekly, or monthly passes. You just have to add however amount you would like into your account, whether that be online or at a retail location. And so with the WisGo card, funds are available immediately. So you don't have to wait up to 36 hours to see those funds appear on your card anymore, like you did with the M card. Another thing that we introduced was fare capping. So with fare capping, the more you ride the bus, the more you save with us. So fare capping, essentially what it does is it does the math for riders because each validator on all of our buses and the BRT reads the card or the app and knows immediately how many times each individual has paid a fare to ride the bus. And so what WisGo will do is just automatically deduct the lowest amount the rider owes. So that does not work for cash riders, which is why we're encouraging folks to load cash into their WisGo card and pay that way. And so If you haven't already, you can get started by downloading the UMO app for free on Google Play or the App Store, which does include real-time arrival tracking. Or you can go to any of our retail locations where you went to purchase an M card, or you can visit us at our admin building located at 1942 North 17th Street and pick up a WisGo card for just $2. And some other locations include Pick and Save, El Rey, as well. And so I do have the website at the bottom where you can go for a complete list. So we are adding locations daily. So I would say just to check that site out and to see if there is a location near you where you could pick up a WisGo card. And so with the WisGo reduced fare rider, I know some people have had some confusion with this, but the WisGo reduced fare cards have been replaced with reduced fare, Go Pass, and Transit Plus M cards. So it is all under one umbrella now. So some qualifications include riders 65 and up, riders between the age of 6 and 11, folks who are covered under Medicare, or riders with a qualifying physical or mental impairment. So that fare is reduced to $1 per ride. And then we would just suggest if you are trying to update your contact information or trying to activate your account, just go ahead and call customer service at 414-937-3218, or you can email us directly at customerservice@mcts.org. So how to pay on the Connect One BRT routes. So all routes right now for the Connect One are free through September 30th. So some people might be confused on, how to pay once September 30th gets here. So if you already have a WisGo mobile app or card, you would just simply um, tap it on the validator located outside on the station platform before you board the bus. So those validators are not installed quite yet. We are waiting till we get closer to September to do that. So if you have the card or app, all you'd have to do as soon as the bus arrives, you will just scan it on the fare validator and hop on the bus. And that just makes it a smoother transition for everyone. But if you do need to purchase a ticket using cash or credit card, you can do so at the ticket vending machines at any of the stations. Just make sure you have exact payment because the TVM does not give change. And then once you get your ticket from the TVM, you'll scan it on the fare validator located on the platform before you board the bus as well. And then you'll just keep that ticket with you during your journey, as you can use it to transfer between all MCTS routes, not just the BRT, for up to 90 minutes. So next, I am just going to go over some UMO app usage stats that we've been tracking over the last couple of months. So active app users, we have nearly 10,000 riders who use the app each day, and that number is increasing each month as well. I think this is just for the month of June that we have stats for right now. So we have more than 105,000 plus UMO app downloads by riders as well. And each day, several hundred MCTS riders download the UMO app. As you can see, the numbers rapidly change throughout the months. And then going into phone language stats, English and Spanish are the top two language preferences right now. Although the UMO app does support up to 45 different languages and adapts to whatever language you select in your phone setting. And the last thing I wanted to go over is the operating system. So we do have more iPhone users that have downloaded the UMO app over Android, but we do expect to see those numbers even out over time.
Tom,
You're
you're
muted, Tom.
muted.
Sorry about that. Sorry to be that guy. Thanks, Bill, too. Just we'll talk a little bit about our Connect One bus rapid transit line. As many of you are already aware, but in case if you aren't, it is our new bus rapid transit line. It's a premier form of transit that we've introduced into Milwaukee. The route itself operates between downtown and the Milwaukee Regional Medical Center, primarily along Wisconsin Avenue and Blue Mound Road. Provides very frequent service every 10 minutes, rather than boarding a bus at a typical bus stop sign. The pole, in this case, we stopped at stations, which have TV, ticket vending machines. They have real-time signage information. And the buses themselves travel in designated bus-only lanes. And the key there, as a new feature, is to allow the bus to speed past, traffic congestion and keep the bus on time, which builds that reliability, which is key for transit service. And then it also provides those faster travel times because of those features. The bus-only lanes, paying off the vehicle as opposed to waiting in line behind others as you would to pay the fare box on a regular route. So very excited to see this new feature. Started June 4th, and so we're coming up kind of on a 2-month anniversary. Just moving along into ridership, is doing very well. The route itself is carrying 3,200 rides every weekday. At around the first week or so of service, it was about 2,700 rides. So it's increased about nearly 20% since it began. A little less ridership as you might expect on Saturdays, but still a good number, 2,400 rides, and then 1,400 rides on Sundays. Just in terms of some other stats, the biggest destinations tend to be, as you might expect, downtown Milwaukee and Marquette University, but still good ridership as well over at the Milwaukee Regional Medical Center, where there's 200 rides a day. And then just to provide some additional context, certainly we made other route changes along with the Connect One BRT to the Gold Line, to routes 14 and 24. But what we did is to compare kind of the before and after ridership change with those changes. And we actually are seeing still very good numbers. We're actually up 17% now compared to those former routes last year. So we're very encouraged by that. Now I will pass it on to Tom.
Thank you, Tom. So yeah, we are very happy to see that increase in ridership. It's gone up about 20% since the start of BRT, which was on Sunday, June 4th. We have been doing some analysis of ridership, and we've seen that 16,000 riders use Connect One to get to Summerfest throughout July, which was very encouraging to see. And we've gotten some positive comments from doing tabling events at the Milwaukee Night Market, which there have been 2 of this year, and we have heard some nice positive comments from people excited about the BRT and some of the other changes we've done recently. A lot of people use the BRT to get to that event, which was very nice to hear from people and answer questions about our new route. We've been getting feedback on some of the other route changes that we did with our most recent round of service changes in early June, particularly the Gold Line and the changes we made to Route 14 with the new Route 24. We've been hearing feedback on those, and we are doing analysis of ridership to see what changes we want to make coming up here in the fall. And the Connect One is related to all of those changes. It was sort of the main driving force behind a lot of what we did in June, and so we are happy to hear from people about all of that. And soon we will be doing an upcoming rider survey in September to survey riders about how they use the Connect One, where they get on, where they get off, how they pay, and just generally how it affects their lives. And we will be getting data from this to help guide future changes to our routes. And so we are happy to be doing that in the future. And as far as upcoming changes, we are coming up next month on our new round of schedule changes. Those are going to start on August 27th. Additional time is going to be added in to Connect One on the eastern end of the route to accommodate an unplanned construction project in the area. And so the schedules are going to change with as a result of that. The route will be extended eventually to the Couture when that's completed. That's on Michigan Street in the eastern part of downtown. The anticipated time for that is going to be late 2024. As far as the signage, since June, we have made some improvements to the signage at BRT stations. The signs have been updated to only display predicted arrival times. Previously, when the Connect One started, it was displaying just our normal conventional scheduled times for the route, and now it's been updated to display basically the predicted times that the actual bus will arrive, which is a big change, as well as the scrolling change that we introduced. The scrolling is going to has been sped up basically from what it was when we first put in the Connect One. So the information is just displayed a little bit faster for people to reduce the wait times for reading the information. And going forward in the fall, we are very excited to have 4 additional battery electric buses arriving that are going to be instated on Connect One, and that is going to increase the amount of battery electric buses on the route to 9. And so that is something we're very excited to be putting into place. And with that, I'm going to hand it over to Natalie.
Yeah, thanks, Tom. So in addition to the things we're doing within our system, there's also lots of exciting opportunities to be collaborating to improve transit with the city of Milwaukee as well as Milwaukee County. So one thing coming up that the city of Milwaukee is working on is the North Avenue Streetscape project. This is a new infrastructure project that will go from Cambridge Avenue on the west to Prospect Avenue on the east, and this will improve safety for pedestrians and transit riders. This will primarily help at intersections, make it a lot safer for people to cross the street. For riders on routes 21 and 30 who need to cross North Avenue to transfer, this will ideally help out a lot and make it a lot safer. And there also may be some opportunities to redesign some bus stops and make it more efficient for Route 21 running along North Avenue. Another project going on in the city of Milwaukee is the Van Buren Street Transformation Project. This will help improve safety and ideally reduce reckless driving along this corridor from Wisconsin Avenue on the south to Brady Street on the north. This will probably make Van Buren two-way throughout the entire corridor, which is an opportunity for us to maybe do a little bit of rerouting, hopefully help Route 30 and people transferring from Route 14 by just making it easier for us to route buses through there and also make it safer for people to be transferring from one bus stop to another. At the county level, they are working on a complete communities project, which will help improve multimodal safety and address reckless driving at the county level. So not just the city, but countywide. They are currently in the midst of their Safe Streets Roadshow, which are 20 meetings across Milwaukee County where residents can come and share their concerns. So anyone who's concerned about safety when they're going to buses, when they're connecting between routes, this is a really great opportunity to get involved in that. And then the county has just received a grant for the 35th Street bus bike lane feasibility study. So this will also provide safer, more accessible multimodal transport travel options. This project will be from North Avenue to Fleet Street, and it's really going to build on the success of this first bus-only lane that is currently being used by the Connect One.
Thanks, Natalie and Tom. So just as a kind of a wrap up, one of the things that's especially timely and critical in particular is our Save the Bus campaign. As many people are already aware, MCTS, as well as a lot of other major city transit systems, received federal funding during the COVID pandemic, which allowed us to maintain service levels as they were before COVID. The unfortunate thing, though, is those funds are going to run out by the end of next year, by the end of 2024. And so at that time, we need to have a plan in place to supplement the system so we can keep service levels at the current level. The unfortunate thing is that those funds aren't replaced. We estimate about 20% of bus service, or in terms of routes, about half of all routes would have to be eliminated under the new budget. That would be the case. So fortunately, County Executive Crowley has successfully lobbied the state of Wisconsin to enact a sales tax increase for Milwaukee County of 0.4%. Contingent upon passage by the County Board of Supervisors. And I say it's timely because that vote is actually tomorrow morning. So we are asking for everyone's support to help us support that passage of that act by the county board to help us fill that budget gap and then save transit service for millions of riders. And you can find more information there over at the ridemcts.com Save the Bus. So we definitely would appreciate your support. It is a critical thing, not only just for Milwaukee County Transit, but for all many other aspects of county services, like for those in the aging community. So again, please support us in that effort. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you all so much. So for more information, whether it's regarding WisGo, Connect One Bus Rapid Transit, or the Save the Bus campaign, we encourage everyone to visit our website at ridemcts.com. I also do want to encourage folks to check out our community calendar where we update it weekly, also on the website as well. And with that being said, thank you everyone for joining us today. And if there aren't any questions, we will wrap up our session.